What's up, everyone? Let's get into this eyeshadow and matte look. Here's the before, my clean natural face. And today we will be using Juvia's Place, the Festival palette. As well, I'm starting off with the base from P. Louise and Rumor 05. And I'm taking that eyeshadow base and just placing it across my eyelids. And we going right in with the other eye. One thing about doing my left eye, I get so confused with my hand motions because I'm a righty and I just have to figure it out. I am now using a small kabuki brush. This is a brush by the brand Ruby Kisses. And I'm just taking that and blending in that eyeshadow primer once it's set in, because you don't want it to be clumpy once you start to apply the eyeshadow to your face. Now, as we're getting into the eyeshadow look, I'm going to be doing a smoky eye. But I said first, let me actually prime the area, the crease area with a nice brown. And I picked up that bronzer. I saw this on another makeup creator's page. She was doing her client's makeup, and she primed it with the bronzer. And I had the exact Juvia's Place bronzer. And I said, you know what? That makes so much sense. So as you see, I'm going in with the bronzer, and I am just applying that over the outer crease under my eyebrows just to have that neutral tone, because I know I'm about to go in with the black. And here is the palette of the day from Juvia's Place. We will be going in with that dark shimmery black, and this is the Festival palette. And I will be taking that eyeshadow brush and I will start to bring it around my lower lid. As you see, like I said, I primed the top with that brown on the top crease and under eye so it can balance out. And as you see, I am blending that brown in a little more to blend in with the black. One thing about dealing with dark colors, you will do a lot of blending, so this look requires that. So as I'm getting into the look, I said, wait, I got an idea. I realized I put too much of the black color into my full lid. So I'm going to clean out the lower corners. And when I say this was a lot of cleaning, and I had to do a lot of touch-ups that I even had to cut the camera. But once you get my drift, you'll see how I moved with it. But basically, I'm cleaning out my inner corners with some micellar water and a cotton swab. And then I will be going in with that bright white, and you'll see how it will turn out. Now I'm taking this white eyeshadow base from P. Louise in Rumor Zero, and I am now applying it into that corner of my eyelids so the white can pop and stand out while I blend in the other white eyeshadow. It's going to be a few extra steps, but this is the part I love about creating eyeshadow looks, because as you start to do the looks, you see the cleaning process and the starting process, but the finished look is impeccable. And as you'll start to see, I was getting a little frustrated and I had to cut the camera. But basically what I was trying to do was to clean up some of that black eyeshadow so I can add the white eyeshadow primer and then proceed to place the white shimmered eyeshadow as well. As you see, I added it and it added like a nice gray silver look to this. So you'll see me finish it up here and touch it up and start blending. But yes, it was a little frustrating, but now I know in the future I won't place so much of the black eyeshadow on my lid from the start. I will just apply a little and then go in with the brighter color. Now we will start to get into the full face routine, and I'm starting off with this Blur and Matte Primer from the brand Ruby Kisses. I love this primer so much. It leaves like a sleek silk setting on your face, and once you apply that foundation, everything just sits right on your face. I am using the Fenty Beauty Blurring Skin Tint Foundation. And as well as we going in with a kabuki brush from Ruby Kisses as well and blending that right into my face. And now I'll be using the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. This is in Warm Caramel, and I'll be using that under my eyes as well as to contour my nose. And I'm going in with a triangled powder puff, and I'm just setting that and blending it in. As I blend in, I'm just going to pat in and shape upward. I like to do this motion because it adds the definition to your face, and it lifts the face up as well. And then I'm going in again with another shade of the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer in Golden Honey. This is about 2 shades brighter, and I'm applying that to my under eye just to have that lifted, brighter tone right under the eyes. I am now going to set my concealer with the Sacha Loose Setting Powder from Juvia's Place. I really like this setting powder. And I also learned with this setting powder, less is more. It sets that powder nice and even. It also leaves a nice bright under eye too, which I actually love. So you'll start to see that once I set it all in. And oops, look, my point proven right here. Less is more. That powder can spread. When I say it can spread, it can spread. It's a really good setting powder. And I let it sit for about 5 minutes, and I'm taking my powder brush and just brushing it off. But as you see, the set tone right under my eyes. I love that lifted, brightened look. And going in with actually one of my favorite steps. I don't know why bronzer is my favorite steps. I love bronzer. Make me a bronzer, y'all. But yes, I'm going in now to bring back that tone and that definition to my face with my bronzer from Juvia's Place. I have this bronzer in 10. I believe there's dark, medium, and 10. I have this one in 10. And I'm going in with that angled brush, and I'm applying the bronzer under my cheekbone area and above my forehead and a little bit on the lower chin, because like I said, I'm bringing back in that definition. And as well, I'm taking that bronzer and just lining up a contour. around my bridge of my nose, just to have that little contour look. I don't really use a full contouring stick on my nose. I don't really care for the look, but I do like to add that bridge. And after applying all of those powders, I set my face with the Morphe setting mist. It's not in the original bottle, but that's what that spray is. And here I'm just applying a liquid ink pen liner and just adding a little liner across. And I feel like this look is bold enough between the black, the silver, the liner. So I'm just adding in highlight, no blush. I'm going in, this is a Revolution highlight. I can't remember the exact highlight color. I'll add it in the description. But yeah, I'm just adding a highlight to this. When I say this is my newfound fave, this is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Pressed Powdered Foundation in the color Cabo. I love this foundation. Juvia's Place, y'all did y'all thing. It leaves a nice pressed finished look on my face, and I just go over my face with this towards the ending of my makeup routine and just touch it all up and blend it in. And then, of course, I will be setting that with some setting spray. Before recording this lip combo, you couldn't tell me a red lip wasn't going to be bomb, but that red lip made this look hideous. I had to wipe that off, so you may see some red in between. And I said, you know what? We're going to go in with a nice brown, nude, glossy look. And that's what we did. And I'm glad I did that because it came out so perfect. I also learned the key to a nice lip combo is to overline your lips. Overlining it, basically lining around your lips shape, and then of course overlining it above, a little bit above that lip. And then I'm taking this brown gloss from Urban Decay and going over that nude lipstick. Also, that nude lipstick was from Juvia's Place and Nubian Sand as well. And voila, here is the finished look. I feel like this time around, I gave you guys a full step-by-step on the face. The eyeshadow was a bit of a struggle, but it came out all right. That's the beauty of recording these videos. Everything is a process and a learning process. So I'm looking forward to the next one. Thank you if you stayed this long. Subscribe.